Hey, it's Time of Dish with D. That's me. It's Friday. It's for my favorite things. It's my new series on Fridays. My favorite things. Thanks again to Inez for inspiring these vlogs. So thank you. Let's go out to you, Inez. Favorite things for kitchen gadgets, kitchen tools. Inez wanted to know my favorite things for that. Let's see if I can come up with some good ones. Or actually, I have ones that I definitely use. Food processor. It's funny, my mom always had one and she never used it. I use mine all the time. All the time. I even use it to make, to whip up cake mixes. I don't know why, because it's right there. My KitchenAid mixer. Granted, some of us can't afford these products. I get it. And some of us don't have the room for these products. I get that. But these are just the ones, and mind you, I've collected some from my mom, yard sales, hand-me-downs. So it's clearance. I got my Cuisinart, not Cuisinart, I call it Cuisinart, it's not a Cuisinart. My food processor at a closeout and an outlet, a kitchen outlet. They were getting rid of all their white appliances. So I didn't care. It was $99. It was a KitchenAid food processor. Oh my god, it's probably the best thing I've ever owned. It has a big bowl, a small bowl, all these attachments. It was quite the deal. And that was a few years ago. And my mom was her KitchenAid mixer, the real big industrial one. It's like silver, has that metal look to it. So nice. It's like a workhorse. And it's funny, I bought an air fryer, not realized, no, maybe I didn't at the time. Maybe I bought my air fryer first. That convection ovens are, basically that's what an air fryer is. And I have a convection oven, but I'm not quite sure if I have an air fryer first. Now that I think about it, because my oven isn't that old. I don't even know. It was another closeout, because the guy said, well, we got this model. And I really wasn't going out for a convection oven. I was just going for a regular oven, because I had no idea what a convection setting even was. But I knew I wasn't paying an upgrade for it. But it was a closeout model. So I'll get it. And now I really so glad I did, because it's only good for certain things. Like certain things I burn in there or overcook. So it's not good for a lot of, things like that you want to air fry, like bagels or making your own chips and chicken tenders. Things you want to fry, egg rolls. I put cookies in there once because I said you should bake on it. No, it was too dry. Yeah. So I do love my convection oven and my air fryer. My air fryer, I don't use it as much. I wish I had a bigger one. So that's why the oven is, I'm so glad I have the oven, because I'd have to make things in batches. It was mine. When I got my air fryer, so they only had the smaller ones. Now they have really bigger ones. I think it's 6-quart. Mine's only 3. So I have to do things in batches. So it's a little bit of a pain. But if I have something small, say chicken nuggets or something, then maybe I'll use mine and just do it in 2 batches. But that's a great one. I love the Instant Pot. A lot of people don't like it. I love it for cooking chicken up. I don't think my chicken comes up stringy. I love it. Cooking batches of chicken, hard-boiled eggs. Though I've heard you can make, somebody told me, they sent me an email, you can do hard-boiled eggs in your air fryer. Who knew? But I just love making the rice in the Instant Pot. I love making beans, from dried. You get dried beans and it cooks them. I make this great black bean recipe that I'd seen on Amanda Seipert's channel, but she got it from, I think, somebody else too. So it's so good, and it's a bag of black beans, and how cheap that is. And you make this, I always make them sometimes when we have tacos. My family loves black beans, so I just black bean sign. It's really, really good. And it's easy, and I think it takes a half an hour to cook beans from a dried form into this delicious creaminess. That's insane. I have a chili that a friend gave me with used dates, and it's lentils. It's a vegan, or I think it's vegan or vegetarian. I don't know the difference. It's one of those. I want to say it's vegan, but it's a chili made with lentils, and oh, it's so good. One thing you have to count, I believe, is the dates, because I think everything else was 0 on Freestyle. Smart points. It's really, and it cooks in the Instant Pot for 40 minutes. I think when I made it, since it was vegan, I added a sausage. But it was really, really tasty. It was different. You know, I love things that are just different. You know, you get tired of the same mundane foods. I do. Rice. If you never cooked rice in your Instant Pot, oh yeah. I haven't had a rice cooker, but never cooked it as nice as the Instant Pot. The Instant Pot gets it to like the consistency of Chinese restaurants, where it's really just perfect. And my son's like, wow, I feel like we're at the Chinese restaurant because it's almost sticky consistency. So he loves that. So now we're eating rice again because my family hates. I can't make it on the stove. For some reason, I don't know what happens. My water evaporates and my rice is too hard. So I got the rice cooker and it was better, but this is perfection. It is perfection, and it's done in like 15 minutes. Like, that is what I love about the Instant Pot. It's instant. So you could, you know, oh, I forgot, because how many times have you forgot to put the rice on? I know I do all the time. So making the rice in there gives me leeway. So that's and I make yogurt. And I have to make yogurt because I was going to do that before I left this morning. I forgot. Because I have the milk to do the yogurt. I want to do that. Problem is it's 8 hours, so I have to remember to do it early or I'm up late straining the yogurt. Because I like my yogurt real thick. It's so good. I eat that yogurt plain. It is awesome. If you've never made your own yogurt in your Instant Pot, you need to. It's really, really good. And I can eat plain yogurt. I mean, not that I can ever eat plain yogurt, but sometimes I always need to do something to it. But this one, I can just suck it down plain. It's so good. So Instant Pot is probably one of my new favorites, and I keep it upstairs because I use it a few times a week. I have a serrated peeler. I did it on a video. I did a peach hand pie. It was in a peach collab, and I had to peel the peaches. And there used to be the old-fashioned method where you would score the peach and put it in boiling water for a second, and then the skin would peel off. This peeler it's serrated. It's for soft, like, fruits and vegetables. It peels a tomato beautifully, and I like my tomato peel. I'm weird, I know. I don't like skins floating around. So it peels peaches, plums, anything soft beautifully. And the tomatoes, like I said, it's like my favorite find. I saw it on QVC and the guy was peeling a tomato. I went, I need to have that. So yes, the tomato. My Dash mini waffle. I love my Dash mini waffle. Oh, I got it originally to make waffle sandwiches with the Kodiak mix, but it's evolved into so many other things. I mean, I make a little brothel with it. You could just do, like I said, any kind of sandwich. I know I put in there one sugar laugh. I was making the boys little mini waffle sandwiches. I didn't want a mini. I was having something else. I don't know what. They also have some kind of an egg, and I was going to make my toast. My 647, one slice, and I thought to myself, this waffle iron's already hot. So I sprayed it with the, I can't believe it's not butter spray, and I put it in the waffle iron and I closed it. And it looked like a waffle bread. It was so good. Put my egg right on top of it and I ate it with a fork. It was delicious. So I mean, you do find a lot of different things you could, you know, use your mini waffle. I mean, like the hash waffles, you can make hash waffles. People are making those chaffles with it. I've never made a chaffle. I'm not a big cheese person, that's probably why. But they look really good. I mean, I love eggs, so I probably will eventually try one. Maybe they have like a savory chaffle or something. I have to look. So that's a favorite. A lot of these gadgets are pretty much new. I have a favorite old gadget. I mean, it has to be probably my food processor or my mixer. It's fun. I never made bread with my KitchenAid until I saw a couple of videos of people making bread. And I made my mom's Easter bread in there. And you know, I never knew what the dough hook did. Like, all those years I was kneading bread, I'm like, I have a machine that kneads, and I wasn't using it. So yeah, the last time I made it, I used the dough hook, and it came out beautifully. It really did. Use your dough hook. Apparently I didn't know. You know, live and learn, live and learn. Other favorite gadgets. I love having a toaster oven. I think that's, because I have a nice little, I don't remember the brand. I know I got a Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's really a cute little oven, and it's much nicer than my old toaster oven. And this way I don't have to turn the big oven on for little things, like when I make my squash for my chili, my butternut, and I don't have to put a big oven on for two little halves. I can throw it in right in the toaster oven. So I love having a toaster oven. We used to have a toaster oven and a toaster. But really, you can toast the bread with a toaster oven, so I got rid of the toaster. And live and learn, you know? Any other favorite kitchen gadgets? I love a good grater, microplane. You have to be sharp though. You gotta watch. You make sure keep your microplane sharp. I still have a box grater. I still love my box grater. Even though I have like a food processor, but sometimes you don't want to dirty the food processor just for something small. You're grating a little bit of cheese. I still have my box grater, so I am a box grater girl from way back. Good sharp knives. Oh, I need a sharp blade. I've learned if you don't have a sharp knife, and all different kinds of knives, like it took me the longest time. It was probably not even that long ago. I remember because I bought it at Kohl's that I never had a good, you would call it a bread knife or a serrated knife. I never had a good one. And I would just cut my bread with my regular knife, you know. But when you get a regular knife for bread, like a serrated knife, big difference. Like, where have I been? I think when I got that I was in my 40s. I know. I lasted all that time with a bad knife. And I found that you can cut tomatoes with a serrated knife. How much easier is that? Years it took me to figure that out. So I'm here to tell you, like, if you didn't know this, which I'm sure everybody knew it but me, that a serrated knife works fabulously on tomatoes. And let me tell you, living in Jersey, I make tomato salad all the time. I make salsa all the time, and never use a serrated knife. Used a sharp knife, but not a serrated knife. And let me tell you, the serrated knife is a dream. I love now having all different sizes of knives, paring knives, and they have to be sharp because I do not like a dull blade. I've learned that. You can cut yourself with a dull blade, even though it's dull. Apparently, it can cut skin. Good. Let me think. Other kitchen tools. That might be. I love foil for everything. Oh, made a massage accident. And I wasn't involved. Let's get back on track here. Favorite things. That might be it. I'm thinking of things that I use during the day. Definitely cutting boards and knives are big for me. I have a nice little collection of knives. All different colors too. Like the rainbow. I have rainbows of knives. Because now they come in all different colors and, you know. I just always forget what color's which. I think the orange one is a serrated, and I have a blue one that's a serrated. And the chef knife I have a black, and I have a red chef's knife. And you remember Rachael Ray when she said that Santuco? Of course I got a Santuco because Rachael Ray had a Santuco. So I haven't seen my Santuco. And then I got the knife that Jada used. She used a big knife. I don't know what it was called, but it was huge. I got me one of those too. So yeah. People do influence you, other chefs. But I'm here at school. That's my favorite. That are probably my top favorite. I probably have more, but that's off the top of my head, my favorite things. So I hope you enjoyed them. And if you have, tell me your favorite things in the description box. I'd like to hear what your favorite things are, because maybe I can have some new favorite things. Because I can always use more kitchen gadgets. The avocado keeper. A great one. It actually works. The one with the strap, it literally works. A friend of mine in school told me about it, and I'm like, really? Because what are the odds it works? Because you know nothing ever works. They come out with a million things and they never work. And the avocado with the strap works. You have to leave the pit in, make sure it's a nice flat cut, strap it in. Works. Alrighty, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing and hit that notification bell if you want to know additional uploads. Let me know what your favorite things are. If you have an idea for a vlog, let me know in the description box. I'll vlog about it. I'll see you tomorrow for my weigh-in. Let's hope it's a good one. You never know. See you later.